Attention, the following programs are intended for mature audiences over the age of 18. These programs may contain some material that many parents would not find suitable for children and may include intense violence, sexual situations, coarse language, and suggestive dialogue.
All right, happy Wednesday. Is it Wednesday? It is Wednesday.
Yeah.
Wednesday.
What's up, everybody? We got Opus and Dave from Dead by Wednesday on with us. How are you guys doing tonight?
Man,
Excellent.
that is some intro, bro. That was amazing.
That was a good intro.
That's
Thank
a great intro. Yeah, it hyped me up. I got all hyped up.
I was all like,
Dun, 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 dun.
Yeah,
Cool.
that's actually my band that did the intro.
It's good. It's good.
I like it.
Thank you.
Hell yeah.
We do things a little bit interesting on this show. We do throw in some music questions and stuff like that, but we actually have a series of 1 through 61. You guys throw out a number, you're going to get a random question. Could be music
I
related,
love that. Oh,
may not be.
Hey, what's the
You
name of
got
what's the name
dice.
of your,
You can roll dice too if you have any. You can do
what's
it
the name
that
of your
way. as
band,
well.
by the way? What's the name of your band? I have to just I gotta ask that.
It's Neo Hex.
Neo Hex. Cool, man. Yeah, cool. I just wanted to know because that was a cool intro. Anyway, sorry to throw a curveball here, but go ahead.
No, you're good. So 0 through 61, you guys pick a number and you're going to get whatever question you get. So you can go ahead and throw out your first number.
Dave, what number you want? You go ahead first.
27.
27.
What we
I
got,
like this.
Mojo?
I like this.
Okay. When you were a child, what kind of music were you exposed to?
This is a Dave question because he answered it, so I can do both. I can do it too.
Yeah, my mom was a hippie, so my first foray into some guitar stuff was like Hendrix, Santana, Cream,
Okay.
the acid rock phase. It definitely had put an influence on me.
Right. I was not expecting that. I was expecting like Motorhead, Iron Maiden.
Well, you know what it was is I got into music. Kids played with toys. I played with records. So I'm talking about 3, 4, 5, 6 years old. Some people get exposed to music when they're preteen, getting their teenage years. So I got into all that. But being that I got into music so young, I actually saw the progression. I got into punk rock and then hardcore, speed metal, thrash, death metal. So I was able to ride that whole wave as it was happening, rather than having to go back. The only thing I went back for was obviously the hippie acid rock stuff, but
Right.
yeah.
I got you. How about you, Opus?
Well, my mother really was, believe it or not, wasn't a huge music fan. My aunt loved the Beatles and loved the Monkees and
Bee Gees?
ABBA and stuff like that. but that I wasn't really exposed to I guess until my stepfather, who just recently passed away, started playing me like Grateful Dead and Cat Stevens and what's the one? Oh God, the Eagles, stuff like that. And then I progressed personally from that, off of that, with my older brother into like, my favorite band, Black Sabbath, Ozzy, Black Sabbath. Then Kiss obviously was a huge influence. But that's the stuff I kind of found on my own. As far as like what I was exposed to, it wasn't Kiss. That's what kind of influenced me to do it, and Sabbath and Ozzy, stuff like that. But more so Peter Frampton and like the stuff my mom kind of listened to, like what's that song? Ride like the wind, ride like the wind. Who's that? Ride like the wind,
Christopher Cross.
Yeah, whatever, shit like that.
I'm a secret yacht rock guy, so
yeah.
Don't tell anybody.
She kind of liked yacht rock, but she would, believe it or not, she wasn't a huge music person. My aunt was. I don't even know kind of where I got the music stuff from. I think my dad, who was sort of my real dad, biological dad, was sort of into it, but more so not really. So it's kind of a weird thing. And my son kind of likes it too now, and my cousins are totally musicians. Like both of them are like legit musicians and all that stuff. So I don't know. It's just a weird progression on its own kind of thing that happened with me.
Right. I gotcha. All right, throw out your next number.
33.
33. The best advice that someone has given you.
I would say, oh God, there's so many things.
He doesn't take advice.
One of them I could definitely say was from Ellefson. Actually, we were talking about him before the cameras were rolling. But when Dave and I were playing with David for 5 years there in the past, when we were doing that Ellefson thing, he said to me, always try to say yes and then figure it out later. Don't be the no guy. Like someone comes to you and says, hey, can you do this? If it's cool and it seems like it could be good for you or financially cool or whatever, always say yes and then try to figure it out after and make it happen. Because, opportunities don't always come up. And when they do, it's when you hem and haw and you're like, I don't know, and find the worst and find like the negative in it. And then you say, no, I know too many no guys, and you never progress, you never advance, and you just stay stagnant. So always try to say yes and move forward was what David said one time. And it stuck with me,
Heck yeah.
It's actually really
Makes
good.
sense.
All right, how about you, Dave?
It's funny. When the question came up, I thought of the same thing. Just like not turning down opportunities because, like Lopez said, you never know when you're going to get another chance. But another thing somebody told me is just enjoy the experience of every ride you run. Essentially, Yeah,
actually, that's another one too. Recently, someone said to me, like, don't take everything so serious. Just realize that it could all be gone tomorrow, and just have just basically enjoy yourself, like Dave just said, and try to be in the moment.
Yeah.
Right.
Quick story: as I was getting gas after I got back from a tour, I was actually an Ellefson tour. I think we were gone like a month, and I was like exhausted because I was working my professional job like remotely and doing big gigs.
He's a maniac.
Somebody's like, dude, how was the tour? And I was just like, I was just so exhausted. Like, dude, I'm so tired. And I started complaining, and he's like, dude, what about the experience, man? And I was like, you know what? I'm being an asshole right now. It was awesome. So every time I'm on the road and I get tired and get a little cranky, I think about it I'm in Berlin, Germany right now. Take advantage of it, dude. Rather than complaining about it.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
Right. So little music question, especially with as much as you two have toured, what is the worst experience that you had on tour?
Oh, I've had so many, man. From when I started till now. I mean, it depends on what you call worse, because
It could be like a really bad fan interaction. It could be an accident on stage.
Well,
Whatever.
I mean, like things like what I would call, some people would say worst. I call an experience. Like, for example, Dave and I had to get off of a cruise ship in Ensenada, Mexico, go through the embassy, get an Uber in Mexico to the border, walk over the border by foot from Mexico into U.S. to get to another Uber to get to a flight in San Diego to fly to a tour that we were doing right after the mega cruise. So that was interesting, to say the least.
Sounds interesting.
Walking over the Mexican border, I wouldn't say it was the worst, but it was definitely different.
Well, we're like sweating bullets because we had I think a 1:30 flight out of San Diego airport, and here we are. The officials were supposed to meet us at the boat to get us off at like 7 in the morning. I think they showed up like 9:30, 10 o'clock. Then we had to bribe them, go through a metal detector thing, finally get out of there. We get driven to the middle of this ghetto city to be inspected by these other officials, where it's essentially inspection means dishing out more money. Yep. Then we had to take an Uber for somebody that didn't speak English, try to get to Tijuana to cross the border. I think we got to the line at the airport. We actually somehow got around all these people, and we just made our flight. But
it was wild. It was wild. It was wild.
It was a little trying.
Then I also have the worst case scenario. It's kind of boring. The van that I was using for like years and years and years broke down in Illinois, and we had no way of getting back. We had all the gear. We had to sit at a friend's house for a week until we found someone who basically loaned us a beater car that was still registered to just get our equipment back to like the Pennsylvania line to have someone come and meet us. And it was like a week-long adventure that we basically ended up having to deal with, and it was absolutely horrendous because we missed a bunch of shows. We were stuck in someplace. We had all our gear. People couldn't. We had to figure out how to get people home. And that's bad. Like that kind of stuff, or stuck on the side of the road kind of stuff, is bad, and it happens more often than you think. Luckily, knock on wood, it hasn't happened in a long time. But I mean, back in the day when we were touring, early days, we always had pieces of shit vans or whatever the hell, we were driving in. And the thing would, there's always a chance that you could blow out a tire, or I know at one time the whole side of the van door slid off. It was like it felt like what was that movie Money Pit? We bought this van. And I remember the old singer who I wanted to kill in the first place already and choke him out. He had the side of the door, and he went boom, and the whole thing went right off the hinges. And I couldn't believe it, man. We were like driving on the side of the road like trains, planes, and automobiles with no door to get with a wind going, and it's cold. It's like it was just crazy stuff like that. When we had some really crazy stuff. I mean, staying at people's houses that you kind of barely know. You're looking at with one eye open, like hoping they're not serial killers and like crazy people. And then they have some great experiences where like you wake up and they got the people's parents are cooking your pancakes, and it's just like it's been a wild ride, man. Like from the early days till now, it's been a wild ride.
This is a funny story. I think we're out in the Midwest somewhere, and all night this dude's talking to us, and Opus is having like these friendly conversations, and he's like, look, we're going to save on a hotel tonight. We're going to go stay at this guy's house. Everything's cool. So, we're all sleeping, wake up, like you said, dude's cooking us breakfast and stuff. I'm kind of like, something just doesn't seem right about this. It's like a Tuesday morning. I'm like, this guy doesn't have to work or anything. And we leave, and I'm like, dude, how long have you known this guy? He's like, I met him last night. And I'm like, what? I'm like, the way the interaction was going, I'm thinking like, this is like a childhood friend. He put us up all these accommodations, cooking us breakfast. Then you realize it's like just some weird stalker dude, It's like,
well, I don't know if I'd call him a stalker dude. Man,
I don't know. It was a little creepy.
Yeah.
Hey, we saved $60 on a hotel room. Okay.
Yeah.
I mean, it could have been worse. It could always be worse.
Yeah.
We like literally escaped this Dahmer thing,
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah.
that's happened on several occasions, and you know, sometimes there's you stay at a place, and I mean I've gotten robbed too that way because all the promoters like an inside job, like, oh yeah, stay at our house, and then you're sleeping, and next thing you know is their friends are cleaning you out and cleaning your gear out outside in the driveway. So like you got to watch out. It's not an easy thing. I mean, it never has been, and it's not getting any easier.
Yeah. We understand that one. All right, throw you out another number.
All right, go ahead, Dave.
About 9.
Number 9. Have you ever used a fake ID? So when you were younger, back in the day, right? Did you ever have to use one?
Want to
Actually,
answer it? I can answer it.
I can answer. Me and my brother look nothing the same, by the way. He has blue eyes, different complexion, but he had an ID when he turned 21, and I was like 17 still. So it wasn't even like a license. It was like a town ID or something like stupid. So I found a couple like obscure like Chinese restaurants that would like let me drink in there. So I go with my older friend and drink all night with a fake ID. In some liquor store. I was gonna say package stores. People wouldn't know what a package store is unless you're in New England here. But yeah,
I needed it to play shows. I needed it to go do gigs because I started playing my first show when I was 13. And I think the drinking age was 16, but by the time I turned 16, it changed to 18. Then from 18, it went to 21. But yeah, I definitely broke the law. And I pulled one of those moves back in the day when you could do that. I'm admitting it live on TV. I took my buddies, all of my buddies' ID, pass, all the stuff that you need, birth certificate to get an ID back then. Now you can't do that, but I brought everything. A buddy of mine gave me all his information, and I went to the DMV and I put it in and then got the picture taken. And sat there nervously waiting for them to call my buddy's name so I could get up and go, oh, thanks, and grab my ID. And I actually did it. And so I still have to this day an ID with my face, with my buddy's name on it and his birthday. And I used it for many, many years until I got legal and got into everywhere because it was a legit license with my face. And because I had to go, now you can't do that. But back then, you could actually take someone's information and go to the DMV and then just, if you have the balls to do it, sit there and put it in and get your picture taken with someone else's info. So yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, like in a few years now, you can go get like a Medicare card with it or something. Medicaid.
Yeah, right. You're right.
Or you start collecting the Social Security.
Yeah, I don't think so. I know who he is, and I still know him.
I think ODB did that shit and went to jail for it back when he was in like Wu-Tang Clan.
Yeah, Wu-Tang Clan ain't nothing to fuck with.
Yeah, he was collecting like Social Security when he was in Wu-Tang Clan.
Yeah.
I ain't doing it. I ain't committing no more. I haven't committed a crime in 27 years. I'm good.
That's good. That's definitely good.
I ain't doing no more.
All right, throw out your next number.
27.
You already said that.
Oh, we did?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I'm sorry. 3.
It's not an exam, dude.
Number 3.
Yep.
All right. So imagine this, okay? You guys are in Las Vegas. You're having a good time in Vegas. But now you both are in the police officer's car. You're in the back together. Who did what? Who started it? Tell me what happened.
Dave hit on someone else's girl by mistake, without realizing it was someone. He was drunk, and he was like trying to hit on this girl that had a boyfriend there, but he didn't know the boyfriend was there because he was drunk. And the guy got pissed and started going at him, and I had to jump in and try to defend him with my martial arts.
All right. Got a ninja
Yeah.
there for me.
I feel like that may have actually happened at one point.
No.
Yeah, I'm not sure I can beat that story. It sounds kind of familiar.
I was like, I feel like that's happened before. That came way too easy to him.
That was easy.
Whoops.
All right, Dave. How about you, man?
Oh God, I don't really want to incriminate myself. What I'd be doing in Vegas? You know, it's funny. Every time I go to Vegas, I always make sure I leave every casino ahead. And I don't really gamble too much, but I'll go to Bellagio or something. Just walking out with some chips from there makes me feel good. So I guess I'd be in the back. Maybe they'd think I'm like counting numbers or something.
Okay.
A little nerdy on
Card
it.
shop.
So some Rain Man
I'd
shit.
say I was like in a meth haze.
Now I know who not to
4
play
days
cards
and
with.
Took out 10 people with my karate, but just kidding.
To be honest, I can't stand gambling, and I've always, whenever I go to Las Vegas, I always left frustrated because I don't drink, I hate gambling, and every girl when I was single that hit on me, I thought was hitting on me, ended up being a call girl or a prostitute. So I'm like,
Yeah.
this place sucks, man. Like, I what the hell? Like,
Yeah, I can get old real quick out there.
I had the same thing whenever I used to tour as my character and we were doing all the horror cons.
Yeah.
We went to Vegas for the first time, and the girl I was with, she was like, well, she's like, you got all the luggage and everything. I'm just going to go ahead and stand in line. She's like, I'll give you a couple of bucks and you can sit there and play a slot machine while I get us checked in.
Right.
I'm like, all right, cool. So I'm sitting there with all of our luggage, and all of a sudden they like girls coming out of the damn woodwork coming and talking to me shit. And I'm like feeling special as shit. I'm like, God damn, okay, cool.
Yeah.
And then they start handing me these cards like goddamn fucking players collectible Pokemon cards. And I'm like, oh shit, these are prostitutes.
Yeah, exactly.
No.
They make you feel special for about 5 minutes.
Yeah, for a minute until they start bringing out their damn players cards. I'm like, where's the stats?
Man.
I think they finally did away with those.
Did they?
Yeah, I have a friend that's a tattoo artist out there. Friend of ours, Chris, from the band Gravethorn. Actually, he did this piece right here last time I was out there, but I'm usually in and out. But it doesn't look as messy on the streets anymore with cards.
I was gonna say it's probably been about a good 6 years since I've been to Vegas, 5 or 6.
Yeah, I've played there a few times, and every time I'm just like, not my place. You know what I mean? I'm not really into it.
Yeah.
Right. All right, so throw out your next number.
Dave, it's your turn.
Random. 45.
Ooh.
Okay.
Number 45 is, what is something on your bucket list? Do you want to go swim with some sharks? You want to?
I do.
Everest?
I'm afraid.
Bucket list. A lot of stuff. I want to surf Fiji.
Okay. Do you know how to surf?
Yeah.
Cool.
I got a custom board made a couple of years ago, and this is the perfect time of the year right now. I was trying to get out this weekend, but I couldn't make the right tides in New England. Like when the nor'easters or hurricane comes up, the hurricane season, September through November, you can surf New England pretty well. But I surfed Hawaii a couple times, Florida, California, Virginia Beach. But Fiji looks ripping, and it's just kind of far to get to, expensive.
Surf's up, dude.
Right.
All right, how about you, Opus? What you got?
It sounds typical, but it's true. I have a scary love for great whites. I would love to do that cage thing in Australia or whatever.
Me too.
Yeah, and but I don't know, man. And then also, jumping out of a plane. I know a lot of people that did it, and they said that it's not as bad as you think. It kind of feels like you're just floating until the parachute jumps out, but it's just getting out the door. And I hate heights, and I'm terrified, and I wonder if I could pull it off. I mean, a lot of my things that I've been trying to, I actually have a lot of stuff that I've been wanting to do. I've been checking off, and I've been doing them, and I've been doing a lot of things. Like I got my I got my black belt recently. I got my pistol permit recently. I'm trying to take advantage of as many things as possible that that not just life, but like legally that has to offer me as a U.S. citizen, American, or whatever. So I'm just kind of like trying to do all that stuff. And then I also went to court and fought in court to again, 27 years ago, clear my name and got that taken care of because I hate to be any sort of have any sort of mark on my record with my son, and I'm just a different person than I was. So it's like I'm just, so that's kind of like a lot of stuff on the bucket list I'm doing, but like I don't know, man. I think those two, like, they're pretty common. Like the jump out of a plane and swim with sharks, they're pretty common and sort of passe. But I would like to do that, maybe at least one of them. Maybe, I don't know.
I'm thinking
I can't get nobody to go swim with the sharks with me. They're like, "Oh, I'll stay on the boat with you," and I'm like, "Well, you're no fun." Like, I
Yeah,
need somebody.
Well, I'm thinking I can produce Faces of Death 5, and you can parachute out of a airplane into the ocean into like a shark cage.
that'd be amazing.
You can
Nah,
get both those.
I haven't heard that name in a long time.
Yeah, remember that
Yeah,
guy?
right, that was-
There's the one where the guy like parachutes and he misses the ground. He goes into like the swamp and the alligator gets him.
Oh my gosh.
I don't know, I'm dating myself. That's old school.
I remember as a kid seeing the boxes of the Faces of Death movies in the VHS store.
Faces of Death.
Banned in 48 countries.
Yeah.
Balloons. All right, so throw out your next number.
I'm gonna throw out 11 because my boy's turning 11 this week.
Okay.
All right. Then, if you can own any mystical creature, what would it be?
Oh, that's easy. I think a dragon.
Yeah.
Because
Everybody's digging the dragons.
Yeah.
you know what, you could fly on them. They will absolutely fuck somebody up if they fuck with you. And they're just really cool. Like I have a bearded dragon, and it's a small version of what they would look like with wings, and it's dope.
Okay.
All right.
They actually, I used to breed bearded dragons at one time.
I never thought I would like a reptile. I'm not a snake person. My girl is, and I got one, and she's awesome, man. I don't know if she likes me as much as I like her, but she's just really cool.
There's actually a company that makes harnesses with wings on them.
I got that.
Oh, do you? That's
Yeah.
such a cool. They're fucking cool. All right, how about you, Dave?
Gee, somebody to pick from. Maybe I'd hang with the ancient serpent Leviathan. Maybe can impart some knowledge to me.
Okay.
Okay.
That's
That's
a new one.
I figured it'd be a unicorn or something.
Yeah, that would have been too obvious.
A Pegasus.
Okay. All right. What's your next one?
Medusa.
That's a good one. As long as you don't look at her.
Yep.
Right?
All right. So what's your next number?
Go ahead, Dave.
Is it on me? Let's go all the way to the top. 61.
61.
Take it to the top.
Beavis or Butthead? Which one are you?
Oh, dude, it's so funny. People always fucking say he's Butthead, I'm Beavis.
Yeah, we can go there. We can go there. Actually,
I'm
hold on a
Beavis.
second.
Cornholio.
Yeah.
Yo, I heard it was good. The new one is on Paramount. I heard it was a
Yeah, I
good.
haven't watched it yet. Which
Yeah,
actually,
yeah.
speaking on that, I actually have a question based off of Beavis and Butthead. So we were talking about it with a band on Sunday with Dying Oath, and I asked them this question, and I like this question. What was, if you can remember, what was the very first music video you ever seen premiered on Beavis and Butthead that you can remember?
Oh, damn. That I can remember.
Yeah, because like for me, there was two that I remembered right off the bat, which was the first time I ever got introduced to White Zombie, which is Thunder Kiss 65.
Oh yeah.
I remember seeing the music video for I'm Broken by Pantera.
Oh yeah. I don't remember exactly who like.
I remember Danzig being on there, Mother, which I think actually helped his career, to be honest.
Yeah, oh yeah.
They used to goof. That's right. They used to goof around with people all the time and play like people's videos and stuff. They used to goof around.
Yeah.
You know what bummed me out? I probably like 20 years ago, I bought a Beavis and Butthead box set, but what they didn't tell you is that they couldn't license the music. So
Oh.
it was all the episodes without the music. It like literally just changed it. They sucked.
Oh,
Yeah, it was so
Yeah.
boring. I mean, they were funny, but it was like the videos made it. You know.
That's
Yeah.
crazy.
but that was like half the point of Beavis and Butthead, though, was to like see them make fun of the videos or whatever. Because
Oh
I
yeah, that's
remember,
right.
I
Oh, yeah,
remember one that they completely scorched it, but they were sitting there making fun of that song. What was that song by the Crash Test Dummies that was
Oh
like
yeah.
popular? Yeah.
You know, we just played a festival in Victoria, Canada, and they were on the bill. I think
Oh,
the
yeah.
day before us, though.
Really?
Yeah.
I didn't know they were still around.
I know, right?
Holy smokes! No, I did not know that. All right, so what's your next number?
Let's say 12.
All right.
If you could have a sold out concert in the United States and outside of the United States, where would you have your sold out crowd be at?
In the United States, I would want it at Red Rocks because I have this one place I've never played. It's one on the bucket list, Red Rocks.
Okay.
For me personally, out of state, God, I mean, out of country and anywhere. I guess Italy, because I was born there. It'd be cool to have a giant sold out show in Italy. Maybe I don't know.
Yeah.
But I mean, definitely Red Rocks would be cool.
Okay. What you got, Dave?
I'll probably go generic, but one of the big things with like a lot of bands, you feel like you made it if you sold out Madison Square Garden.
Oh, Wembley,
Okay.
and Wembley, right? Where's that? Wembley or
That's
Wembley?
London, I believe.
London, yeah.
That's a big one too.
I might go. You wouldn't be able to do it, but I'd say sell out the Coliseum in
Okay,
Italy.
that's dope. That's
The
dope.
Coliseum, that'd be dope. Yeah, I love
Yeah.
that place. That's so
I
cool.
like that. All right,
Coliseum.
so another music question. If you guys, and you can both answer this independently. If you had the choice to tour with 3 bands, dead or alive, who would you tour with?
I already have mine. Metallica,
Okay.
Black Sabbath, or Ozzy, and then I don't know, Pantera, whoever. Like it could be the third one could be any big one of those big bands. But for me, Ozzy, Black Sabbath, and definitely touring with them would be amazing. You made it when you tour with Ozzy.
Well, yeah.
Right?
All right, what you got, Dave?
Oh man, that's such a tough question. I would say definitely Metallica too. And I just saw some tours coming in. I think 25. They're taking some other bands out with them, which is kind of cool.
Yeah.
I'd say if like a newer band, Falling in Reverse, because they're like Ronnie Radke. They're like selling out like
Right, everything.
Bringing the
Yeah.
younger crowd.
Yeah.
I don't know why it's so difficult.
It's all right.
Well, I mean, there's a lot of bands that I'd like to like newer bands, but
Yeah, I wouldn't mind going out with Def Leppard.
Yeah.
They bring the ladies in,
Well, yeah.
you
I mean,
could erase that comment.
You erase that comment.
You can erase it. Rewind.
I'm just kidding.
Yeah, can't say that. 2024.
Old Def Leppard's kind of cool.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Kinda. Anyway,
I got you. All right.
but I don't know. There's a lot of new bands that are awesome. Like Turnstile's great.
Mhm.
I like Motionless in White.
Yeah, I do.
Like stuff like that. It would be cool to do some more modern style touring with those kind of bands. But I mean, honestly, dude, we've already toured with Shadows Fall. We've toured with Flotsam and Jetsam. We've toured with even ICP back in the day, and so many bands. And so it's like, I would say that one of the super groups like Metallica or definitely for me, I don't know why they're not part of the super groups Big Four, but I mean Sabbath or Ozzy would be huge.
Yeah.
Probably because they weren't like considered like thrash metal, because most
that's true. Yeah. Well, there wouldn't be any heavy metal without them. I mean, there would be no Metallica or like Van Halen. Actually, Van Halen would be cool to tour with too. David,
There you go. Yeah.
Old school Van Halen fans.
Old school Van Halen.
But Pantera, Van Halen, and all those bands that without Sabbath, it would be what the hell, nothing.
Right.
So.
Right.
Yeah.
So the backside to this question is now, if you could tour with 3 bands outside of your genre, who would they be?
Ooh. Outside of my genre. Well, we do a lot of different genres, but I mean, I guess punk, thrash, punk, metal, and hardcore are aside. I would
Taylor Swift.
I've been waiting on it. Somebody at some point was going to do it, and I've been waiting.
NWA.
Oh, that would actually be.
Yeah.
The Police.
Well, you know what? I guarantee at least 25% of the Swifties would become Dead by Wednesdays. So
Pink Floyd.
Okay. Okay.
Too.
Yeah. That'd be cool. That'd be cool. All right, I'm down with that. All right. So what's y'all's next number?
Go ahead, Dave.
I'm gonna tell you wrong. Did I say 13?
I don't think so.
I don't think so.
Lucky 13.
If you had an unlimited budget, what
geez.
kind of music video would you want to make?
I think we wanted to do it for this last single we have coming out, like a mock Rocky IV style training video.
Okay.
Like kind of like funny, but like real and like super cool, high end.
Okay.
Yeah, I had a concept because you were. Can we talk about the song Opus, or it's not?
Yeah, we can talk. We can talk about it. It's coming October 11th.
Yeah, we're doing a cover of No Easy Way Out, which is what, Rocky IV?
Yeah, Rocky IV.
Okay.
It's
Rocky
Robert.
IV,
Sorry.
It's him against the Russian. He goes over to train all old school, but then the Russians on all like the technological stuff. So we're gonna make a goof on that. And what I wanted to do is I'm working out with all the modern stuff, your scenes of that, and then Opus is like just like eating chips, watching TV, and he and I fight, but instead of it being like a big match, it's just like a one punch knockout. But the band can play in the ring and has like a spotlight on each person playing, but we're all in our characters and stuff. I don't know. I want to make like a comedy, like fun video, but
yeah, a comedy video that's high end would be funny. It would be great. We're always, people take themselves way too serious. Yeah, we're a serious band sometimes, and we have serious topics sometimes. But we also I think that if it's not enjoyable or fun to be doing what you do, then it's almost like, why do it sometimes? Like you have to really, have some sort of, enjoyment in what you're doing. And so we have like ideas like that we can't, unfortunately we couldn't do. We did a video, but it was cool. It's a throwback to the original with the concept, in a way. And it shows, the will to fight, and it kind of shows like never give in, never give up kind of ideology. And it has like the whole idea of the couples and arguing, and then the guy's a fighter, and so it's a cool video, but it's not the idea we wanted, because it's just budget wise, we just couldn't afford to do something like that this time around. But it came out really cool. We have a new video coming out, and we have a new song dropping October 11th. We're all on all platforms, or we're streamable and downloadable through MindSnap Music and Combat and Salt of the Earth. All three labels are combining together to promote it. It's a single. It's a cover. It's a remake of an old school 80s song that's in that movie, and it's by Robert Tepper. He was like a one-hit wonder in the 80s, and we licensed the rights, and it's coming out officially, and the video is coming out that day, along with a bunch of other news too about we have a short little run, a short tour a mini tour happening like the 8th through the 12th, like 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, New Jersey, Pennsylvania, Massachusetts, Connecticut, and including my annual party that I do in New Haven, and then Albany, New York, all with band Skin Lab, our buddies from West Coast band. They're awesome. So you've heard it here first. I mean, they're going to end up announcing the tour eventually, and and all that stuff. But it's going to be it's all kind of comes together with this single. It's just a fun thing, the real heavy metalhead screamer kind of death metal guys, they're going to hate it because it's got like a very commercial vibe to it, and it's a lot of singing. But then on the other end, I know people that are going to actually like it more because of that, because they're not into the screaming stuff and they want to hear melodies, and Esteban sounds great on it, and it's like a ode to the original, even though it does have a heavy edge to it musically, and also vocally there is some heavier vocals on it. It is more melodic and sing-songy, so like, you can't please them all. So people will either love it or they won't, and who cares? That's we do it for did it for us, and we had an idea one night and we wanted to have fun with it, and we threw it together, and it sounds good, and put something out since Capital Conspiracy, and it's actually getting premiered, believe it or not, on Liquid Metal on Sirius Satellite Radio, on Corridor of Covers. It's a radio show with Scotty Cryrock. I can't remember how he pronounced his last name, but Scotty from Sirius. He's doing the Corridor Cover show, and it premieres October 3rd, my son's birthday, at 6 p.m. on that show, and then it gets replayed on and off all the way through October 17th. So it's going to be getting played a bunch on that Corridor Cover show, and it's getting premiered on there. So it's going to be cool, man. We got this new single, and it's a cover, and we got a bunch of stuff lined up for it. So boom.
Nice.
Oh, did you say your son's birthday is October 3rd?
Yes, sir.
That's mine.
Get out of here.
Yeah.
That's great. Yeah, it's great.
Absolutely. All right, throw out your next number.
Me, my turn, right? Did we say 33 yet?
We did.
3, Mojo?
Yes.
Okay, yeah.
All right, let's do how about do we do 3?
I think y'all did 3.
I
Yep.
think so.
That was
All right,
Vegas.
did we do 1?
We got 61, man.
Did we do 1?
No, you haven't done one.
Let's do 1. Number 1.
If you can play any other type of music, what would you play?
I think I would play electronica, like
Okay.
new wavy kind of electronic.
Push the button.
New way. No, I would still play drums, but it would be electronic drums, and it would be to track, and it would have keyboards, and it would be like synth wave, kind of synthy electronic, kind of not pop, but like more like darker style electronic music.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. I can get by that. How about you, Dave?
It's a funny question because I kind of dabble in everything on the side, but maybe like a fusion band. I love like jazz fusion stuff.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Good ones.
I've gotten into a few of those. I kind of consider like Sleep Token one of those like fusion type bands, and I've been getting real into them here lately.
Yeah.
Yeah, I got into like, Return to Forever, and like, then like Alan Holdsworth type of stuff, and I love the Chick Corea. It's like the 70s kind of like ripping fusion, but yeah, modern fusion, everything.
Okay. I gotcha. All right. What's your next number?
Go ahead, Dave. I just picked, right?
44.
That's a good one.
44. What is an animal you would like to see in the wild?
Jaguar.
I want to be at the other end of that thing. Get me.
You actually saw one in Mexico, but it was late at night and it was coming out of the ocean. So,
again, great white.
Great white.
Yeah.
Great
I
white.
think great white. Yeah.
Is it Shark Week?
Is it?
No.
I think, no.
So, music question for you, for both of you. What was that one defining moment that made you decide that you wanted to be a musician?
Oh God. I mean, it sounds cliche, but for me, like, as soon as the whole allure of Kiss was like having I love comic book characters like Hulk and everything, And then I loved music, and then they put them both together and made it like so appealing to like my generation, to kids, and they got so huge. They were like they were like, just like these like larger than life gods. So that, I think that they kind of brought that upon me, and then once I realized I had the ability and I liked doing it, that's when I kind of set my mind to wanting to do it for real. Unfortunately, I played with and I met Peter Criss many years ago, when he was still kind of fresh out of Kiss, and he was bitter, and he was just a miserable old man that we almost got into a fist fight. So it kind of ruined my whole. No, seriously, it kind of ruined my whole. Yeah, it kind of ruined my whole like childhood, because that was one of my heroes. One of my heroes,
Yeah.
I got you. All right, what about you, Dave?
Yeah, it's hard to really put my finger on it, but I think just listening to records when I was a kid, that's how I spent my time. So just listening to like guitar music, related music, I just knew that's what I wanted to do. But I was able to actually see Kiss in, date myself, the Lick It Up tour, I think 84, and my dad took me and my brother to see Def Leppard Pyromania tour, I think 83.
Oh.
I know.
That's good stuff.
What am I, like 60 years old? But yeah, just being at the live concert and the vibe, just like the magic of just the crowd and the energy. So, band putting on a show, not just playing, but the lights and the smoke and the smells and like the whole thing. It was just like, man, I want to do that.
Believe it or not, my first two concerts were like odd bands that you would never think. The Ramones, and the Jay Giles Band.
Oh, okay.
My blood runs cold.
My lyrics, you just be so beautiful.
For me, thinking about it's like I've talked to a lot of bands like this, and I was an MTV kid. Like I loved MTV. It never came off of MTV, but it was actually watching the video for Ace of Spades by Motorhead.
Oh,
like
yeah.
I fucking idolized Lemmy like most of my life. I was just like, dude, that is the man.
Yeah.
I didn't even get to go to my first concert till I was a teenager. I went
I didn't get a chance. Yeah, no, definitely.
It was right when it was Marilyn Manson, and it was right when Antichrist Superstar had just dropped. And it was that Antichrist Superstar tour that I went on. That was my very first like metal hard rock concert that I ever got to go to.
Wow.
All right, what's your next number?
Did we do 14?
14. No, we have not.
14.
Yeah.
What are the best kind of strings that you like?
Dave, I don't get involved in strings. I think SIT sponsors
SIT, stay in tune.
Yeah,
they are awesome, man. I played every brand years before that, and then actually through Opus, I got a endorsement with SIT, and I've never looked back. I mean, they just take a beating on the road. If you get the right gauge for the type of music you're playing, I mean, I change my strings every 2 days, usually when we're on tour, but I mean, I've gone like a week without changing strings and been able to make it, so they're awesome.
Okay.
All right.
So a little music question for each one of you. If you had the chance to play in any band, what band would you play for?
I already said them both. I know all their music because I played in I still do play in a tribute band. Black Sabbath, because I could literally walk in. I could literally right now sit down behind the kit with all the guys in Sabbath and not screw up probably a 2-hour set for those guys. I know every single tune, and then even Metallica, I could do like at least an hour and a half of Metallica, like right now. So those bands, Sabbath and Metallica, probably I wouldn't give my left nut to play for, but I would do a lot to make it happen if I could. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
All right. How about you, Dave?
I love a lot of different guitarists, but I did have a weird dream one day that when rest in peace, Eddie Van Halen, but that I actually had this dream that I got the call to like join Van Halen to replace Eddie Van Halen, which is total nonsense, but it was kind of funny. That'd be fun just because it's such fun music to play.
Yeah.
and with
All right.
the other members still alive. But yeah, it's a hard question with so many great bands. Metallica would certainly be fun, or the next Ozzy guitarist. You know, that was a big thing. You know, right? Growing up.
Yeah, whoever plays with Ozzy's always huge.
Exactly. Yeah.
I think now it's still back when he was touring. I think it was like, what was it, Zach Wild?
Yep.
I believe. Yeah, and now he's with Pantera.
There would be another one. Yeah.
Yep. All right, what y'all got for your next number?
Is that your turn, Dave? Or let's
go 5.
Voice care advice. So let's do So we're gonna do like drum care advice because I have no clue on how you take care of your drums. You got special stuff for that?
Drum care?
Yeah.
Not really. Just
No.
I mean, just cases. You know, I beat the crap out of them, so I don't know.
What kind of sticks do you use? Like, which ones do you like the best?
I'm with Vic Firth. I've been with them since my first band in the '90s, Gargantua Soul, and I use Vic Firth and 55N. They're a little longer, and I'm on their site and everything. So yeah, yeah.
All right. Pick your next number. That was an easy one.
Did we do 7 already? Yeah, we did. Didn't we? 9. How about 9?
I did 9.
We already did 9.
We did 9.
Yeah, we did
We
9.
got 61 numbers. We keep hitting the same ones.
You did it.
37.
37. You did 37. That was the worst advice.
41.
Best advice or worst advice?
Where were you the first time you fell off the stage?
Oh, I was in Danbury, Connecticut.
Okay.
All right.
Yeah, they just waxed the floor, and my drum riser literally opened up while I was playing slowly, and I just went into the drum riser. I fell.
That's
Yeah,
not
as I was playing, it was horrible. I got so pissed. I basically got up and I fucking raged and picked up my drum set and threw it around, and I just fucking walked out the door like, this is fucking bullshit. I was pissed.
How about you, Dave?
You know, I've never technically fallen off the stage. I've gone through a stage.
Oh,
I
shit.
can't remember, somewhere in Massachusetts. We were jumping up and down while we were performing, and I just went right through the stage. But luckily, there was like a carpet on it, so it kind of like it wasn't like, you know, the leg went through and I got like cut or anything. It just like went through. So that was an interesting experience.
Oh, shit. All right, so now that we're kind of towards the end of the show, where do you guys like to talk to fans? Where can they get all your music, and where can they get merch?
Really simple. Basically, you know, we're under Dead by Wednesday, all one word, DEAD by Wednesday. Everyone spells Wednesday wrong, but it's WEDNESDAY, all one word, Dead by Wednesday, on all social media. So Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, your sister's ass, Bandcamp, Bandcamp, SoundCloud, you name it. And then we also have deadbywednesday.com, dbwtv.com, or dbwmusic.com. And then we have our YouTube page, which is DBWTV. So DBW, the abbreviation for Dead by Wednesday, DBWTV at DBWTV on YouTube, where we have a lot of the videos. And the merchandise, I think there's links on all that stuff to get merch here and there. I'm not sure exactly where anymore where it's available. We did have a store up through someone else.
There's a store, I believe, on the Bandcamp page. It's cool because it's like just-in-time manufacturing. So if you like something like a mug or a shirt or whatever,
oh, there you go. Yeah.
Put it together and send it out to you. So
yep, that's true. Yep.
That's cool.
All right, excellent. So on that, we are out of here for tonight. We love you guys. Thank you for joining us.
Thank you, guys. Thank you.
It was an absolute blast. We will be back on Friday with another band, and we will see y'all then. Have
All
a
right,
good
man.
night.
Peace out.
Bye.
Thanks. Great interview.
Thank you.